What's been on my mind recently is this recognition of what I received from my very first yoga class and have continued to receive for the 13 years of practicing thus far, is that through yoga, and for other people it might be through a different means, but the message that there's another way to be, that we don't have to hold on to old patterns of belief and behavior and carry that with us through our entire life, that through the awareness that this practice offers us, we can choose differently, that we can go down within ourselves, within our hearts and our minds, and eradicate the untended fears and insecurities that often are driving our behaviors and our beliefs. And we can tend to those parts of ourselves so that we don't have to operate from them. Yeah. And that awareness begins in the awareness of the subtleties, of noticing the subtleties within our physical body first. And then as we tune into those more subtle sensations, we start to be able to hear the more subtle voices of the heart beneath sometimes the louder voice of the mind. And often I think the loud voice of the mind is the fear, right? The insecurity, the parts of ourselves that are trying to protect us. And then beneath that is the voice of the heart, right? The voice of what we truly desire to not only be in this world, but what we desire to offer in this world. And so we can see that every time we step onto our yoga mat, we're not just creating space and strength in our body, but we're also creating space and strength to be able to go into the parts of ourselves that we've been afraid to turn and look at, and invite those parts back into our hearts so we can heal them. Yeah. And that is a process that happens, I think, kind of in slow, my man likes to use the word tectonic ways, but then also there's these growth spurts that can happen too. And really the most key ingredients, I think, are openness and willingness. And so when we step onto our mats and we are open and we are willing to move through the process of not just creating physical space, but being open to healing the parts of ourselves that have been untended so that we can actually embody who we are and who we're meant to be, and the truth. So anyhow, maybe there's something in yourself that could use some excavating, and practice today can be just like a little step or a big step in that direction of being more free. Yeah. So we are going to start on the back body, and then we'll make our way up from there. So go ahead and find your way to Shavasana. Arms and legs long, or if you want to begin the process of opening your hips, you can find Supta Baddha Konasana, your supine bound angle, butterfly shape. So just taking a moment to find your way there. Allow yourself to get comfortable. Take a moment to make adjustments to your shape so that you can really feel the earth supporting you. As you settle in and close your eyes, trust that support of the earth beneath you to hold you. So you can begin that process of letting go of any initial tension. And as you start to deepen your breath, allow your breath to help you release any initial tension from heart and mind. Those louder signals, sensations, and voices. And as our breath deepens and we start to release those louder distractions, we can begin to tune into the more subtle, the quieter parts of ourselves and the more subtle sensations within our body that often get ignored. We can't even see or hear because of the louder parts. So tuning into those spaces. Feel the expansiveness of each breath in. Feel the moment at the top of your breath. And then as you slowly release that breath out, feel all the moments along your exhale. And that moment at the bottom of your breath when you're completely empty before drawing in another inhale. And just continuing to work your breath throughout your body, allowing it to bring ease to heart and mind as well. Creating space for anything to rise up from within you. Because maybe just needed room to be acknowledged, room to come forward. If there's a part of yourself that is requesting healing, just invite that part into practice today. And know that the power of this practice can hold that part of yourself. I'll provide you with every tool that you need to tend to it. And so continuing to deepen your breath. Maybe forming an intention in your own words. If something that I spoke of resonated with you, or if there's something else that you brought with you to your practice this morning, or perhaps there's someone in your life that could use energetic healing and you can send it to them through your practice, holding them in your heart and mind as you move and breathe. Whatever intention feels true for you, just bringing that forward, and then maybe bring both hands to your heart space and feel the beat of your heart in your chest and the movement of air flowing in and out of your lungs, providing you with energy and life. And we'll take one round of cleansing breath all together just to seal our intentions in. So go ahead and take a deep, deep inhale through your nose, fill up all the way. And as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release. And then we'll make our way into a full body stretch. So start to reach your hands up overhead, find length to your legs. Spread your fingers and your toes nice and wide. Maybe find some circles through your ankles and your wrists. Just feeling into your body this morning, checking in to see how your joints and muscles feel. This first initial link. And then start to bring both of your knees into your chest. Maybe offering a little rock from side to side or some circles to your knees to your low back. And then start to interlace both of your hands on your right shin. Extend your left leg forward across the earth. Let your left leg be long and heavy, and then flex your left heel forward to the front of your yoga mat. Use your inner left thigh strength to hug your left thigh to the midline of your body. As you hug your right knee slightly to the midline as well, maybe curl your nose up towards your right knee. Take a nice big breath in. Then exhale, let your head and shoulders drop back to the ground and find your supine twist. Right knee will tip over to the left. Drop your right shoulder back towards the earth, letting your collarbones get really wide across your heart. Then take 2 cycles of breath. And from our supine twist, we'll start to make our way into our figure 4. As you roll towards your back body, your right ankle will stack on top of your left thigh. When you bend your left knee, you can use your left foot on the earth to square your hips. And then option to keep your left foot on the earth, or maybe bring that figure 4 to your body and use your hands to draw it closer to your chest. Flex your right ankle and then option for a little rock from side to side. And send a really slow, intentional breath to your right hip. And as you breathe out, if your left foot is lifted, land your left foot to the ground. Reach your right leg to the ceiling, and then use your hands to guide your right leg towards you for your hamstring stretch. You can point and flex and circle through your right ankle. On your next breath in, flex your right heel up to the ceiling. Get really strong and long through your whole right leg. Keep your right hip completely rooted to the earth, and then tip your right leg over to the left just a little bit. Getting that deeper stretch to the back and outside of your right leg for one slow inhale. And as you exhale, return your right leg back to center, back to square. Take your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Pull your navel to your spine. And as you inhale, start to lower your right leg down to a hover. Feel the strength of your core as your right leg lowers with control. Then on your exhale, bend your right knee into your body and twist your left elbow towards your right thigh. As you inhale, send your right leg long, bring your heart back to center. Then same thing, same side. As you exhale, bend your right knee to your chest and rotate left elbow towards right thigh. Just one more time. Inhale to reach your right leg long, heart comes through the midline. And exhale to bend and twist. As you breathe in, send your right leg long, let your right leg release down to the earth, head and shoulders drop to your yoga mat. Then draw your left knee to your left shoulder, hands will grip onto the front of your left shin. Flex forward with your right heel, hug your inner right thigh actively to center, hug your left knee slightly to the midline too. Maybe curl your nose up towards your left knee, taking a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, head and shoulders drop back down. Start to make your way into your supine twist. As you rotate into your twist, you might notice if one direction feels a little stickier or more open than the other. And then just offer those 2 cycles of breath along your left side body. When you're ready to find your way back to center into your figure 4, stack your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Adjust your hips and then decide if you want your right foot grounded or if you want to bring that figure 4 to you. And as you find the energy through your left ankle, also think about using the strength of your left leg to press your left knee forward. So you're not necessarily using your arm, your elbow to press your left leg forward, but you're using the strength of your left hip to press your left knee away from your heart space. So you take a little rock from side to side. So a nice active figure 4. And then through your awareness and through your breath, can you breathe into your left hip? Imagine the tension from that space melting away as you release your breath out. You'll release your right foot down to the earth as you're ready. Extend your left leg up to the sky and start to find your hamstring stretch second side. Again, option 2, point, flex, and circle through your left ankle. Just being curious with all the sensations. Reach along the length of your left leg. As you relax your shoulders, flex your left heel to the sky, take a big breath in. Keep your left hip completely grounded as you tip your left foot just slightly to the right. As you anchor through your left hip and tip through your left leg, take one more breath in. And you'll exhale your left leg back to neutral. Take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. As you pull your navel down to the earth, On your in-breath, you're going to lower your left leg slowly to a hover. Draw your front ribs to the back of your body. And then with breath out, bend your left knee in and twist right elbow to your left thigh, driving through your right foot. We'll take it twice more. Inhale, left leg goes forward to a hover, bring your heart through center. And then exhale, bend and twist, right elbow reaches across. Last time here, inhale, lengthen and open. And exhale, bend and twist, rotating across. This time as you inhale and lengthen your left leg forward, let your head and shoulders relax to the earth, left leg lowers to the ground. Take one more full body stretch as you breathe in. Then knees to chest, exhale. Now we'll make our way up to a seat. So start to find your way up. We're going to start with a 90-90 stretch. So at the front of your yoga mat, bring your right shin forward. So the right shin is kind of like your half pigeon leg. Ankle, knee, and hip of your right side create one 90-degree angle. And then your left hip, left knee, and left ankle create the second 90-degree angle. So left knee is out in line with your hip, and then shin bone drops down from there. So from here, we're going to inhale to reach up to the sky, lengthen through your spine. Think about tipping the front of your pelvis forward. And as you exhale, tip forward any amount. So I find that in this 90-90 stretch, if you flex your right ankle and think about actively pressing the pinky edge of your right foot into the earth, that will help intensify. And then rather than seeing how far forward you can go, think about keeping a cow spine, so think heart and tailbone to the sky, and then lead your heart forward and then down from there. Because if we try to just go to the earth, it's likely that we're going to round our spine and we'll lose some of the hip stretch if we round the spine. So think cow spine, tip forward. You don't have to go very far. Let's take one more breath in like this. And a slow breath out. And keeping your legs, you can sit up tall again. Bring your right hand out in line with your right hip. I'll rotate to face you. So right hand's in line with your right hip. Switch your left hand up to the sky. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right ribs, reaching to the back of your yoga mat. As you inhale, twist back open, left hand to the ceiling. Collarbones wide, shoulders out of your ears. With exhale, goddess your left arm. Press the back of your left hand, the back of your yoga mat. One more time through like that. So we'll inhale, left hand reaches to the ceiling. As you exhale, thread your left arm underneath your body. Reach to the back of your yoga mat. Feel your shoulder blades spread wide open. Then inhale, left hand to the sky. As you exhale, goddess your elbow wide. Collarbones broad, shoulders out of ears. And from here, go ahead and release. And just finding our way to second side, you're going to bring your left shin forward. Right knee goes in line with your right hip. Flex your left ankle, sit up nice and tall. Again, find that forward pelvic tilt. So pubic bone spills forward. Reach to the ceiling as you inhale, flex your left ankle, and then tip forward, maybe just a little bit as you exhale. So for me, if I'm being really active in this shape, this is as far forward as I need to go to get a nice big stretch through my left hip. Think about driving your left shin bone down into the ground. Relax your face and your neck. And take a really slow and purposeful breath. One more breath here. You can think about your left thigh bone pulling to the back of your yoga mat. So imagine the head of your femur bone where your thigh bone comes into your pelvis. Imagine the area pulling to the back of your yoga mat. And then as we sit up, we're going to find that same little side body stretch. So left hand goes in line with your left hip. You can be on your palm or your fingertips. Reach your right hand to the sky, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Take a big breath in. And exhale to thread your right arm underneath your left ribs. Spreading your shoulder blades apart. You'll inhale to open back up, right hand reaches high. As you exhale, goddess your arms. So not just bending through your right elbow, but as you bend your elbow, spread your collarbones open, press the back of your right hand towards the wall behind you. So it's a big external rotation. One more time, inhale, right hand reaches. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your body, reaching by your left ribs. Then inhale, right hand to the sky. And exhale, goddess arms opening across your chest. And go ahead and release and make your way into your tabletop pose, finding all fours. Then inhale just one time through cat-cow. We're going to inhale to our cow pose. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone. And as you exhale, cat pose, round through your spine. And from here, start to come to your neutral spine and then tuck your toes and make your way up and back to downward facing dog. So we send your hips to the ceiling. And then take a breath or two here, exploring your shape. Maybe reach one heel down and then the other. Then from your downward facing dog, start to walk it forward into your forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Allow your knees to soften, let your head get really heavy. And then either decide to be in stillness or take a little bit of movement here to check in with your hamstrings. And let your head hang heavy, so completely relax the weight of your skull. And energetically, your tailbone is stretching towards the sky. With a deep breath in, we'll lift up into our halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, find extension. Then as you exhale, forward fold, let it go. Deep breath in, rise all the way to standard Urdhva Hastasana, big circles through to the sky. On your breath out, goddess, your elbows open wide, lift your sternum to the ceiling. Take an extra inhale here in your goddess arms. As you exhale, your arms release beside you and swan dive forward, soften through your knees and hinge at your hips. Take your inhale to lift up halfway through your torso. And then exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat, so you're in a low lunge. Bring your left knee to a hover and reach your heart forward, cow lunge, deep inhale. And as you exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs, extend your spine. And twice more like that, we'll inhale forward, bend both your knees, maybe engage your left glute as you send your sternum forward. Then exhale to extend through your legs, think long through your spine as well. The last cycle here, we're inhale forward for the front of your left hip open. And on your exhale, lengthen through your legs, find your hamstring stretch. So bend into your right knee, plant through your palms, find your high plank pose. So pressing the earth away, strong through your body, take an inhale in, and then exhale out. From here, breathe in to shift forward. Knees up or down, start to lower all the way to the earth, using the strength of your core and your upper body to bring you to your belly. And tuck your toes upon arrival and inhale to your low cobra. Find lift and length through your spine. On your exhale, with control, use the strength along your spine to lower you back down. Good, inhale to your low or high cobra, perhaps lifting a little bit higher this time. Shoulders out of ears, elbows are still bent. Then exhale to release. And inhale to your low cobra, high cobra, maybe your upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips to the sky. And from your down dog, take a breath in, come to your tippy toes. As you exhale, finding the way to the top of your yoga mat, you can tiptoe, step, or hop forward. Breathe into your halfway lift, recruit your core to find the lift of your spine. And as you exhale, forward fold, release. With a deep breath in, rise all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana on your inhale. And exhale through your goddess arms, the elbows open wide. Find that extra breath in your goddess arms, lift your sternum tall. And as you breathe out, hands release beside you, swan dive forward to the earth. You'll inhale to your halfway lift, long and strong. And exhale to step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Breathe into your cow lunge, allow your right hip to drop low. Pull your heart forward and through. And with exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. Take twice more through. We'll inhale, cow lunge. Option to engage to your right glute to deepen the opening. And exhale, cat lunge. Really encourage your left thigh bone back, right hip hugs actively forward. And one more time, inhale to your cow lunge. And then exhale to your cat lunge. From here, bend into your left knee, return to your high plank pose, stepping back. Knees up or knees down, take an inhale to shift forward. Then as you exhale, lower all the way to the ground again. Slow, steady, and controlled. Shoulders actively draw out of your ears as you lower. At the bottom, breathe into your low cobra. Maybe hover your hands. And then with breath out, lower to the ground. Setting up for gecko pose, take your hands wide, tighten your fingertips on the earth. Elbows stack over your wrists, shoulders out of ears. With a big breath in, lift your chest, press the ground away. Again, shoulders are actively out of your ears. And then exhale to lower down. Sitting up for your upward facing dog or your cobra. As you're ready, hands plant down, inhale to up dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, release that breath away. Inhale to reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, take your right knee towards your left tricep, twist underneath your body. Three-legged dog, inhale to reach your right leg high. And your exhale, bend your knee and open through your hip. From the strength of your right glute, you're going to draw a really giant circle with your right knee. It's going super slow. Use the entire length of your inhale to draw one circle in one direction. On your exhale, take your hip and use your core, your glute to draw a circle in the opposite direction. Lizard lunge, place your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Nice big wide step forward. Lower your left knee to the earth. Use the strength of your right leg to press your right foot down into the ground. And then isometrically drag your right heel towards the back of your yoga mat. Think about pulling your right heel back. And then think about dragging your left knee energetically forward across the earth. So your inner thighs, your legs are super active. Reach your right hand forward as you inhale. And then twist open with your exhale. Right hand's going to reach to the back of your yoga mat. As we pause here for a breath, option to draw your left heel to your seat. Maybe see how it goes to flex through your left ankle as you use your hamstring strength to pull your left heel in. If you have that hamstring curl, release your left toes to the ground. Reach your right hand to the sky, still in the twist. And as you breathe out, you're going to thread your right arm underneath your left ribs. You're reaching to the left side of the room as you continue to press through your right foot really strong. Here we go. Inhale, twist it back open, right hand to the sky, heart open to the right. And as you exhale, return your right hand to the inside of your right foot. With your left toes tucked, lift your back knee off the ground, get super strong through your belly and your hands. We're gonna go side plank to face the right side of the room. So left hand's gonna stay on the earth, step your right foot back and reach your right hand high. Take a nice full inhale here. As you exhale, option to goddess through your right arm, opening across your chest. Big breath in, reaches your right hand to the ceiling. Breath out brings you to your high plank pose through center. From high plank, start to hover your left leg up into a one-legged plank and press your hips back into your three-legged dog. Left leg is lifted to the sky. Take a nice full inhale. As you exhale, left knee goes towards your right tricep, slide forward. Three-legged dog, breathe your left leg up and back. And then bend your knee and open through your hip for your scorpion tail. Draw your navel to your spine, accessing the strength of your left glute. Draw one slow giant circle with your left knee one way as you inhale. And strong through your glute and core, exhale to reverse that circle, making the biggest, slowest circle that you can. From here, left foot's going to step to the outside of your left hand, lizard lunge. Lower your right knee down to the ground. So even though we're really grounded here, this is a really active shape. So think about your left foot again, pressing down as if you're going to like launch off your left foot and stride forward. As you drag your left heel actively back, so without moving it, left heel is pulling back, right knee hugs forward. And then as you light up through your legs, reach your left hand forward, big breath in. And exhale, twist your left hand back. Keep squeezing left heel back, right knee forward. And inhale is going to stay here. If you want to, you can exhale, flex your right heel to your seat. So think really active hamstring curl. You're flexing through your right heel. You're using your hamstring strength to pull your right heel to your right glute. And if you have that hamstring curl, you can release your right leg long, but keep the hug of your right knee forward. Reach your left hand to the sky, twisting open with your breath. And thread your needle. Left hand's going to dive underneath your right ribs. Let your heart sink down as you reach across, press through your left foot. On a big inhale, twist it open, left hand finds the sky. And exhale your left hand to the inside of your left foot. As you lift through your back knee, get strong through your right side. We're going to go to our side plank. Begin to step your left foot back and reach your left hand high. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, we goddess your left elbow open. Think about, again, spreading your collarbones as wide as you can. Breathe your left hand back to the ceiling. And then high plank is your breath out. Engaging through your belly, float your right leg up into your one-legged plank. And press your hips back into your three-legged dog. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or start to step into your wild thing. Slowly step your right toes to the earth. Rotate your heart open to the sky and reach your right hand to the front of the room. Breathe through that long stretch along your right side. Then as you breathe out, looking forward to the top of your yoga mat, we're going to meet in a low lunge. You can use your right hand for support, or like a side plank, use your core, and then draw your right knee to your heart and step your right foot forward. As your right foot finds the top of your yoga mat, rotate your left heel down, preparing for warrior two. Once your left heel is planted to the earth, press your feet and rise all the way up, Virabhadrasana 2. And settle into your space. Just take one breath here. Maintaining the depth of your lunge, inhale to reverse your warrior, reach your right hand up and over. As you exhale, keep the reverse warrior, just lengthen your right leg to your reverse triangle, creating even more extension to your right side. And staying in your reverse triangle, just turn your right toes the long edge of your yoga mat. You're going to look down at your left foot or circle sweep into our wide-legged forward fold. Diving to the center. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. Next, maybe fold a little bit deeper. And inhale to lift up halfway through your torso. As you exhale, draw your heels in for your goddess squat. Take your hands up to your thighs. Open your chest with a nice big breath. And as you breathe out, dip your left shoulder and twist your heart to the front of your yoga mat. With your inhale, bring it back through center. And exhale, second side, right shoulder dips in, twist to the left. And inhale back through center. As you exhale, wide-legged forward fold, rotate your toes forward and hinge at your hips again. Spinning to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge to face the back. Lean into your left foot, nice and strong, reach your heart forward. We're going to slowly rise all the way to stand with our right leg. So start to shift your weight into your left foot. Pull your right leg in like a little flamingo leg. Use the strength of your body to drive down through your left foot and rise all the way to standing. That is a big transition, so feel free to meet us here however you'd like to get here. Right knee's lifted, left foot's grounded. You're facing the back of your yoga mat. We'll figure forward ankle and left thigh. Hands can come to heart center as you sink into your one-legged chair. And that active flex to your right ankle. And then slide your sits bones back as you start to open your heart forward. Take a slow breath in and a slow exhale. From here, you're going to rise up just enough so you can side your right leg down into a cross-legged forward fold, right ankle in front of your left. Soften your knees and hinge forward into your cross-legged forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, take a big breath in. And a slow exhale. Unwinding your leg, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, so you're in your low lunge. As you plant your hands, one-legged plank, send your left leg in line with your spine, take a breath in. Use your exhale, use your left glute strength to find three-legged dog. Push your hips up and back, then bend your knee and open your hip. Option for your wild thing, if you step your left toes to the earth, opening your chest. Rotate your sternum to the ceiling so your collarbones get even broader. Take a breath in. And then moving to our low lunge, looking to the top of your yoga mat. Maybe your left hand stays lifted through that whole transition. Think about moving through a side plank. Then use your core to step your left foot forward. As you rotate your right heel down to the earth, root into your feet so that your hips get earthy. Warrior two, root to rise. Make any adjustments that you need, being aware of the subtleties of sensation in your body. Once you find your shape, allow your hips to settle in. And inhale to reverse your warrior, lengthen up and out. Keep the reverse on your exhale as press extension through your left leg to find your reverse triangle. Take a nice big breath and look down, as you turn your left toes to the long edge of your yoga mat, then look down at your right foot and take a big circle sweep into your wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in for your halfway lift. Shoulders out of ears, crown of the head stretches forward. When exhale, forward fold, dive down. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, goddess squat, heels come in as you sink through your hips. This time lift up through your torso, finding your goddess arms. Again, think about lengthening slightly through the nape of your neck. Your shoulders draw out of your ears. Front ribs hug slightly in. With an inhale, reach your hands to the sky. As you exhale, side bend towards the left. So let your right arm reach up and overhead. You can bring your left forearm to your thigh, but make sure your left shoulder is out of your ear. So big side bend. Stay really rooted through your right foot. As you inhale, twist your heart open, reach your right hand straight up to the ceiling. On your exhale, just like you've been doing, you're going to thread your right hand underneath your left ribs. Let your shoulder blades spread wide apart. As you inhale, twist open, right hand goes up to the sky. Exhale, goddess your right arm. Externally rotating. Through your next breath in, reach your right hand high, grow tall through both hands. And exhale, side bend, second side. So this is kind of like our side angle, but we're in a goddess squat. Make sure, again, you have that space between shoulders and ears. You reach up and over. Draw your navel back to your spine so your low back is supported. That will also help create length through your low back. Your left foot is super grounded. And your next breath in, reach your left hand straight up to the ceiling. Exhale to thread your needle, left arm is going underneath your right ribs. Breath in to reach your left hand to the sky. Breath out, goddess arm. External rotation. You can even drop your right ear to your right shoulder. That feels kind of good. And then breathing in, rise up tall through your torso. Now your legs have done a lot, so wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes forward and hinge at your hips. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Then maybe open mouth, exhale to go. From here, rotating to the front of your yoga mat, you're going to turn to frame your right foot. So to get proud with your chest and you come to your fingertips, we're going to rise up to stand with our left leg. So leaning into your right foot, you can flamingo your left leg into your body. Strong core drives your right foot to rise all the way up into your one-legged mountain. Just take a breath here to establish your balance, your steady. And then continue to flow your breath deeply as you find your figure four. Left ankle will stack on your right thigh. Sit into your one-legged chair. Maintain the energy through your left ankle. Maintain the flow of your breath. Finding a little bit of that cow spine energy here for one more cycle. Core is still actively hugged in. And then just like we did before, we're going to rise up just enough to slide your left foot in front of your right into your cross-legged forward fold. So left ankle's in front of your right. Soften your knees and fold forward. Relax the weight of your head to the earth. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And a little bit different this time as you unwind your legs. Step your left foot wide and your right foot wide from Malasana squat. And your toes slightly out as you sink your hips down. And then notice if you have a tendency to just kind of like melt into your Malasana. Press through your feet to lift your hips like 2 inches or an inch out of your greatest depth. Use your outer glute strength to actively open your knees wide. Get tall through your spine and let your shoulders draw slightly back. As you lift your heart and crown, take a breath in. And your exhale, you're going to take left hand low on the inside of your left leg. Twist your right hand open. With your breath in, bring your hands back to heart center. And as you breathe out, switch sides. Right hand's going low on the inside of your right thigh. Reach your left hand high. And then bringing your hands back to heart center. Keeping your feet about max distance apart. Turn your toes forward and fold forward. Hips go high. Soften through your knees. Let your head and tailbone be heavy. And slowly roll all the way up to standing. As you rise up, shrug your shoulders up, back, and open. Circle, sweep your hands to the sky with your inhale. And then as you bring your hands to heart, just step your feet to about hips distance with exhale. We're going to take one more standing balance moment, and then we'll find our way to the earth. So returning to our one-legged mountain, lean your energy into your left foot. Use the strength of your core to bring your right leg up. Feel the 4 corners of your left foot nice and rooted. And interlace your hands on the front of your right shin. Pull your right knee towards your chest. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, your left hand can stay on your right shin or the outside of your right thigh. Twist your right hand back in space. If you like to play with the extension of your right leg, you can lengthen your right leg forward. For some of us, we might be able to reach left hand to right arch. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. You slowly come back through center, returning to your figure 4. Take your right ankle on your left thigh. Sink into your one-legged chair. Keep your right hip actively lifted in line with your left. And when you're looking straight down at the earth, use your core to twist your heart towards the left. Perhaps your right elbow comes to the arch of your right foot, or your right hand comes to the arch of your right foot. Either way, if you want to, you can reach your left hand to the sky for a twist. Take one breath in and one breath out. Activate your core so you can slowly rise to center with control. Bring your right knee into your body as you inhale. And step your right foot to the earth as you exhale. Please take your feet wide and just move your hips a little side to side, letting that go. And we'll move on to second side. When you're ready, get super rooted through your right foot. Draw your left knee into your chest, one-legged mountain pose. Take a moment to establish the strong roots through your right foot. Imagine through the four corners of your right foot and through every toe, roots reaching down into the ground. Hands interlaced on the front of your left shin, pull your thigh into your body. Flex your left ankle. And as you twist open to the left, you'll reach your left hand back. You can keep your right hand on the front of your left shin or bring it to the outside of your left thigh. Again, you can play with the extension of your left leg. And then if it's available, your right hand can grab the arch of your left foot for a deeper twist. Keep your chest proud, take a breath here. We'll meet in our figure four, so super slowly, take as long as you need to make your way there with control. As you unwind, left ankle is going on your right thigh. Again, maybe figure four is where you stay. There's plenty to work with here. If you're adding in the twist element, your heart is going towards the right, so that your left elbow can come to the arch of your left foot, or your left hand can come to the arch of your left foot. It's interesting to spread your wings open. Feel free to do so as we take our final breath here. And start to make your way all the way up through center, no rush. So bring your left knee up as you take an inhale. Step your left foot down as you exhale. Shake it out and take your hips a little side to side. Breathing into circle, sweep hands, go to the ceiling. Exhale to hinge forward, forward fold. To get halfway lift with your breath. Then bend your knees and have a seat as you breathe out. We're going to take one seated hip opener before we lay down. So this will be your cross-legged seat or double pigeon. Go ahead and bring your right shin in front of your left or stack your right shin on top of your left. If you're in a double pigeon, make sure to flex your ankles. And then as you're ready, with a big breath in, reach to the ceiling. And your exhale, tip forward to any depth of a forward fold. Relaxing your shoulders out of your ears. We'll be here for 3 cycles of breath. If you want to, you can explore with like a little forward fold and then side stretch, walking your hands to one side for a breath. And then to the other side for a breath. And then as you're ready to find second side, take your time to slowly rise up and out. Tip back so you can unwind your legs. If you want to do like a little windshield wiper in between sides, tuck your knees from left to right. And then we'll make our way into second side. Your left shin's going to go in front, or your left shin will stack on top for either cross-legged seat or a double pigeon. Think about that forward tilt in your pelvis as you inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Active ankles, exhale, tip forward. Relaxing down towards the earth, take a breath in. And a slow breath out. If you like the side bend add-on from your forward fold, walk your hands at the diagonal in one direction. Just take one cycle of breath. Then your hands go the other direction for a cycle of breath. Maybe you bring it back to center for one cycle of breath. And we'll rise up and out just like before. Unwind your legs. Option for that little windshield wiper moment from side to side. And then at the top of your yoga mat, knees are bent. Go ahead and bring your forearms down to the ground. So your elbows are stacked beneath your shoulders. And then forearms are two parallel lines. Pressing down through your forearms, lift your chest. Maybe keep your knees bent. Or if you want to, you can send your legs out long. So we're in this fish variation. Pressing down through your elbows, spread your collarbones wide. Take a breath in. And take a breath out, maybe looking up to the sky. Staying spacious between shoulders and ears. And then when you're ready to release, you can press your hands to sit up. Using your strong core, reach forward with your inhale, and lower with control as you exhale. The strength of your belly, guiding you down to the earth. As you arrive on your yoga mat, just take a moment, maybe take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then draw your knees to bend and place your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Drop both your knees over to the left into a pinwheel twist. Option to just stay here, nice and gentle. Option to stack your left leg on top of your right. So left ankle or shin bone on your right thigh. Just to encourage the depth of twist. Take one breath in. And one breath out. Switching to second side, feet start wide, let your knees fall over to the right. An option to stay here nice and gentle. Or right ankle or shin bone will stack on your left thigh. And that slight pressure to deepen the twist. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And this time, as you unravel, we'll make our way into Supta Baddha Konasana, so that reclined butterfly shape, or supine bound angle. Soles of your feet come together. Allow your knees to fall open wide. You can explore the distance between your heels and your pelvis. Different lengths of a diamond will create different sensations and stretch. As you arrive here, allow your eyes to close. Your teeth are clenched. Encourage your jaw to relax. Soften the muscles across your forehead. Take a deep breath down into your belly. And as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release. Twice more like that. Deep breath in. Maybe you feel your belly and then your rib cage. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. The last round here, think belly, rib cage, chest. Breathe into your belly, rib cage, and chest. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. You can decide to stay here for the last 2 minutes of your practice if you'd like to continue to open your hips. This feels relatively easeful in your body, you can relax in it. Otherwise, start to make your way to your Shavasana. Feel free to just send your arms and legs out long right away. It would feel better to draw your knees into your chest and curl your nose up to your knees first. Take that moment. wherever you choose to rest for your Shavasana and for the remainder of your practice today. So allow yourself to be a little picky with how you land. And as you adjust into the embrace of the earth, let your eyes drop shut. And then take one more deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth exhale, just let it go. For the last few minutes of your practice, can you allow yourself to sink into the spaciousness that you've created? Allowing yourself to tune in to the more subtle sensations and voices of your body, your heart, your mind, your breath. Leaving room for anything that is seeking acknowledgement, recognition, and healing to rise up from the deepest parts of ourselves, to receive healing, to be held by not just us, but the practice itself. The practice of yoga is so powerful. And just know that should you need something to anchor you, not just to the moment, but into the knowing of who you actually are, you can use your breath to land you back to this moment right here, right now, and to help return you to that sense of steadiness. Take a slow breath in through your nose. And out of your nose, just slowly release that breath out. Though some beliefs and behaviors are deeply ingrained, maybe you have been moving with us since you're very little. All beliefs and behaviors are malleable, and we are more capable than we give ourselves credit for. for creating the shifts and changes and the transformation that we desire so that we can be more closely the truth of who we are. And can travel through the process that helps to reveal to us who we are beneath the layers of blockages. And so just know that change is always possible and available. And that this practice is that reminder that there is another way to be, that peace is possible for us, each one of us, and available to us. We have access to it. And that if we need a reminder, we have our practice to turn to, not just the physical practice, not just stepping onto our yoga mat, but the reminder of this practice that exists within us and in our hearts always. So I'm bringing maybe one or both hands to your heart space, and tuning it into the beat of your heart and the flow of your breath, these signs of life that travel through us and sustain us. And we pause in gratitude for this practice and all that it offers. For our bodies, our physical vessel, and the breath, the flow of life force energy that makes this human experience available to us. And in gratitude of this time that we've shared, the energy that we've cultivated and the energy that we've exchanged, and the intentions that we've set. Take one more deep breath into the nose, fill up all the way. One more open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much. And namaste.